It's February 3rd, 2024. I found this and I'm only watching the trailer of it. It's called I Am Legend with Will Smith in it. It mentions God didn't do this, and it takes place in New York City. I was watching Aerial America on the Smithsonian Channel about New York and beyond Hollywood, just to see what they're working in threads of whatever. This came up.
God didn't do this. We did. I can help you. I can fix this. Let me save you.
Um, that came out in 2007. I didn't watch the movie. I won't be watching the movie. It's not my type of movie. Um, but Aerial America had mentioned it. I watched something today. I don't normally get emotional at movies, but there is a movie called The Vow with Jada Tanning and I forget the actress's name, but it was Leo and Paige. Um, and so I know how it threads together correctly. Um, for some unbeknownst purpose with some of the other stuff that's threaded together while I'm like in this situation. I mean, as a child, I used to have these visions, and then I would wake up and I'd alert the adults to do whatever the process was back then to avoid being taken into like this moment, let's say, down this path or this route. But here we are. Um, and the whatever and whatever all of a sudden goes to the store and comes home with a very branded like shirt, and it's just like I don't know, it just doesn't fit. It seems unfit, but I don't know. I don't know if there's stages and evolutions in this. um and it's like, did he come via blue line or via red line as a blacksmith? I don't know. um but but I do know the beginning of that movie, The Vow, that was never like the relationship with either the crazy donkey, like the love that they portray in that movie, I would imagine is how a relationship should be, and how one should feel. Never, I personally never had that with the crazy donkey meeting, and I never had that with Blacksmith. There's just, I'm wired differently, and neither relationship was this. I mean, I'm just wired differently. Let's just put it that way. Um, I'm meant for a different purpose. And I don't know why. It's so hard to get to any level that I deserve, first of all, um, and that I yearn for. I really, from where I am inside, it almost what feels like and looks like some kind of eye of a storm. I can't see it at the moment. It's like being in a blackout and looking for the light. Um, it's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, it's Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxies, broken. And I also watched the episode of via the Star Trek of Enterprise. They had on series 1, episode 1, where they introduced this version of like an alien called a Klingon, which again I watched Aerial America, Smithsonian, they call them Klingit on the West Coast. Um, I don't know what they look like, but I know that Mazi Pillup, who's now campaigning, she comes from the other coastline, and she looks an awful lot like what they portrayed in Star Trek. In like, is like, how real does it get? She's not an American, but yet she's campaigning. Is this like, who do I go to at In God We Trust? In the one, like, I know I don't want to be number one. Like, I remember that. I remember this is the kind of thing where you will always be number two. And I'm like, I completely understand that. I am not trying to be the best, and I am not trying to be number one in this relationship. But it is, it says, General George Washington is what we were taught. And I also put up today, in my lifetime, there was never a teaching of Frederick Douglass, ever. Um, there also was no Black History Month or anything. Now it seems to be a thing in New York City. I don't know since when. And my son came home from public school with a book, and now it's included Frederick Douglass inside as a figure, within his history that they were teaching. And again, I don't know if that goes back to red line, blue lines. I mean, if it's a trade line thing and then a funding thing, and who's collecting taxes, who's making sure I mean, like, I don't want to be number one necessarily. I'll just be the number two. But like, I mean, I don't even know if that's a safe, whatever, and whatever, whatever, whatever. Um, just being silent hasn't worked out in my either. So I don't, it's just, there's so much going on. And then like USS relativity, and then like how paradoxes work. And I am ill equipped for that conversation at the moment. I mean, something I'm thoroughly interested in. Just, I need like a class or two from like somebody who actually, like, whatever. Um, it's star 1978, star 8378. This morning there was something on about crypto, and they're doing some kind of red carpet, and crypto seems to be in like dangerous. Like I'm not law, like I don't know law. Again, that's what number 1 does, but um just as number 2 to number 1, like it is concerning because like the monetary system was a system set up and designed with safety protocol procedures, and this crypto thing seems to be very anarchist and very opposite of safety and security. And that's where I'm like in this like real gray area of I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be. But I don't know. I just don't know. But I've got this clock feature and it's important.